His cheeks were red and rosy.
Thank you, Mr. Bubbles. Pump your pistons for the show, Percy.
Thomas and Percy giggled and jiggled along the track. Then they came to a tunnel.
Cinders and ashes. This tunnel is too small for the big balloon.
Buffers and bumpers.
We must chuff back to another tunnel.
Percy's funnel fizzed.
No, Thomas. I'm sure we can pull the big balloon through the tunnel.
Thomas wasn't sure at all, but he didn't want to upset his best friend Percy.
Very well, Percy. Puff on.
But the big balloon was too big. It stuck tight. Then Gordon wished in. Sir Topham Hatt was in his carriage. The big balloon blocked his track.
What are you two doing now?
We're trying to push.
And pull the big balloon through the tunnel.
Gordon grunted and groaned.
Oh, it will pop.
That made Percy upset. Thomas didn't want Percy to be upset.
Don't worry, Percy. We can chuff back to the docks. Mr. Bubbles is sure to have another big balloon.
Mr. Bubbles had huffed and puffed. He had blown up another big balloon.
Thank you, Mr. Bubbles. Pump your pistons, Percy. Off we puff to the show.
Now, Thomas and Percy were late for the show. They wheeshed and they whooshed like the wind. The big balloon bobbled and wobbled. Then Gordon thundered towards them.
Out of my way! Express coming through!
Thomas and Percy screeched to a stop.
Trembling tracks.
The big balloon bounced from the flatbed, high into the sky. Then it fizzed and it whizzed, darting this way and that as it shrank smaller and smaller.
My hat!
My hat!
My hat!
All the hats were hatless.
Thomas, what are you doing?
Thomas felt terrible, and Percy was upset.
I promised to look after the big balloon, and I haven't. I didn't want Percy to be upset, and now he is. I knew what to do, but I didn't do it.
Why didn't you, Thomas?
Thomas wheeshed and whooshed.
I didn't want to upset you, Percy.
Percy smiled and sighed.
You can't upset me, Thomas. You're my best friend.
You're right, Percy.
Shall we puff back to Brendam for another balloon?
No, Percy. First, we'll ask the drivers to pick up the hats for the hats. Next, we must clear the tunnel. We'll bit and we'll bash the balloon till it pops. Lastly, we'll pick up Mr. Bubbles and another big balloon and chuff carefully along the woodland track to the show. Hooray and hurrah!
The woodland track was quiet and calm.
You were right, Thomas.
Thank you, Percy.
And the two friends smiled all the way to the big balloon show. Then, from high in the sky, another big balloon floated down.
Look at that, Gordon. The wind has brought it back to us.
And even Gordon whistled and whooped with wonder.